All right. What's up, everybody? If you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching this, comment hashtag live below. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. I'm just going to pull up your comments real quick here. Today, we're going to be talking about community growth secrets, and I've got a slide presentation for all of you. Just want to really break down some of the most important things I'm finding in this year, and it's always been here, but I'm just realizing how important community is. If you are an online business owner, you're looking to scale your business, start your business, no matter where you're at, I want to share with you my beliefs and values around community and why I see it's going to be probably the number one thing to focus on this year. So if you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, drop us a replay below. Today's training, we're going to talk about my number one community growth strategy. We're going to go over how to craft names to attract ideal customers for your communities, how to create an indoctrination sequence to really increase engagement, show ups, getting your members sharing your membership to bring people in. We're going to talk about the three things that will likely stop you and how to avoid them, and how to get tons of reviews, testimonials, social proof, all the cool things that could happen from building community, and more. We've got some really cool things to share with you. I have just launched my own new community. I'll be talking about that community and the free course that goes along with it and why I'm doing it and all the things. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and get into our presentation. If you guys have any questions at the end, just make sure you drop your questions below for me, okay? All right, let me know in the one in the comments if you guys can see my screen right now. So I'll make sure. I've got this new wide screen and it's screen sharing is a little bit different. So I got to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I'm trying to make it so you guys don't see the entire thing. There it goes. How's that? Yeah, it's not going to like that. Let me do this. All right, you guys aren't gonna be able to see it the way I want it. Let me just I think we'll just have to ride with it. You guys could see it half decently, I'd imagine, right? It might be a little bit small if you're watching on social media, but I think you guys can still get the gist. Okay, community growth secrets. Today we're going to talk about creating, launching, and growing your online community. And today's agenda, what I really want to break down for you is my number one community growth strategy, how to craft names that attract ideal customers, the indoctrination sequence to build high engagement in your communities, the three things that can stop you and how to avoid them, how to get tons of reviews and testimonials for your community, and action steps to grow your audience right now, and a few more things we'll cover today. So I have a free gift for all of you. Who here's already joined our new community over on Skool? Just put a one in the comments below. Let me know who's already joined us. Okay. We've got over 250 people in the first few days of launching this. It's been a while since I've launched anything like this. A year ago, we put out our free community called the Six Figure Challenge Toolkit, and we've got over 3,000 people into that toolkit. It's a very specific niche, right? Hosting challenges. And I wanted to create something that I believe is a fit for everybody. And I believe that everybody needs this. And the reason why I stopped creating is I really wanted to just focus on the one path to really get my company really fully automated front end, get delivery really stuck in, and just focusing on my one or two programs that I have. We had one program for 18 months, launched a membership, and I don't plan on growing from there. I just want to focus on giving more value front end to help people with the first steps. And no matter where you're at, if you're at 8 or 9 figures, or you're just starting out, I believe that community is going to become one of the biggest focuses if it isn't already. I think it's always has been. But with automations and AI and all the things going on, I just believe that community is going to be the most important thing. And what I've realized is even in hosting a 5-day challenge every single month, 40 different events now over the last 4 years, it's not about the challenge. It's not about the event. It's what we're doing and how we're doing it differently in that event. Because I've given my exact strategies to help people launch their own signature virtual events. And why do some go make 6 and 7 figures one time they run it and then do that every time they repeat it? And then some people flop and they've done it 3, 4, 5 times. I think it comes down to what kind of community are you building in your event? And I know it's only a few days for some of you. Sometimes you guys have a 1 day event, 3 day, 5 day. How can you create community in that short time frame and invite them to join the community that you want to ascend them into? And that's what this is all about. It's all about creating a community. We're going to talk about free communities, paid communities. We're going to talk about some advanced strategies as far as the tech and the automations, onboarding, offboarding goes. I got some, if you're using Skool, I've got some interesting workarounds and hacks you can use for Skool. We'll talk about Skool platform, what that is, and why I believe it's going to replace Facebook groups for most people. Membership growth, we'll talk about being an affiliate and how to plug in affiliate plays into your free courses, and even bringing in experts. If you're not the expert, my first community, when I started back in 2019, I was just starting. I just quit my restaurant job. I had no experience. I had no results, no audience, had no budget for ads. So how did I go on to grow that to 2,000 members in 2 months and earn the ClickFunnels Dream Car Award? Well, I brought in experts, and I want to share with you, you don't have to be the expert. You could be the facilitator. You can invite your members to help create that community and the trainings that are in it, just documenting your journey and bringing people in. Okay, so my goal for you is full-time freedom. If you guys have been on my trainings before, you guys know I start with this slide because I want you to know what it's really all about. I think most people start a business because if you're anything like me 4 years ago, I just wanted to get out of debt. I wanted to pay off my student loans. I wanted to be able to live and do the things without working a job. And I'd say 9 to 5, but for me, it was 7 days a week on doubles working in a restaurant. I had no life. And I believe that full-time freedom isn't giving up on work. It's about finding what you love doing every single day with the people you love doing it with. So that's what it's all about. And I want to help all of you do that. And I believe it is through community. So again, a lot of you guys, if you're new here, just put new in the comments. We have new people joining these trainings every week. So I know if you're here every week, you've seen this, but I just want to make sure that people that are attending for the first time kind of know who I am. So again, 2019, this is actually November 30th, 2018. This is my last day. I knew I was leaving for the last time, put my notice in and had someone take, this is my last delivery of food to a table ever. And I had someone capture it. And at the time, even though I was going full-time online, I didn't have the income coming in to sustain that. I'm not recommending that, but I knew I had to cut the net and just go. And I realized if I could put the energy I'm putting into this job that's got me broke, then I know I'll succeed. If I could bet on me, I'm going to go make this happen. And at the time I was negative in my business account, negative in my personal account, and I had almost a 6-figure student loan debt, $96,000 student loan debt. And up until this point, I'd only made a few dollars online. This is my first check, $10.20 in 2012. And it took me several years to actually get the courage to leave my job and go focus on something full time. And in these, 6 or 7 years of failing forward, I was really focused on learning and developing skill sets and finally just said, you know what, it's time to go and do this thing. And I did it. And I had these 5 goals back then in 2019 when I was creating my first community. I wanted to quit my job and pay off my student loan debt. I wanted to win the ClickFunnels Dream Car Award. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's by referring 100 people to ClickFunnels software. And it's great passive income. It's a tool that I love and use, and they pay for your car every month. Earn the 2 Comma Club Award, which is passing $1 million in revenue through one sales funnel. Join Russell Brunson's Inner Circle. And then I wanted to speak on stage at Funnel Hacking Live. And there's been a lot of methods and strategies and all the things I've learned from my mentors and just the experience of doing it. But really, the one thing that I can contribute all these goals coming to fruition because of is from building a community. I could not have done it without all of you here today. I could not have done it without the members of my communities and those who've worked with me in these years, right? It's all from building a community. And one by one, we made them happen together. And I remember sharing that negative bank balance and student loan debt screenshot in my community almost 5 years ago now and said, it wasn't about faking it till you make it. I said, here's where I'm at. These are my goals. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to document my entire journey to them. And I always have and always will. And I think that's what it's really all about. It's not just about renting out an Airbnb, getting on a private jet that you don't even own or whatever, and taking all these screenshots and sharing those results. Like, sure, do that. That's going to help attract people, but are they going to be the right people? And I think people look for these short wins and they're spinning their wheels for years and years, like I was from 2012 to 2018, 2019. And when I got real with myself and just started focusing on people, things really started to take off for me. And it's why I will always continue to create communities on the front end and of course in our offers. So today, when you look at the way that I run my business model, a lot of people do very similar things. Today, we're going to focus on the community and the free course aspect, right? So you have content, you have some kind of lead attraction, you usually grow your list or get people somewhere on a list or into a community. Maybe it's a free course, maybe it's a lead magnet for you. And what we'd like to do is most people go right to a booked call and then sell their programs. We don't do sales calls in our business model. I don't have a sales team. We have a virtual event model. We sell one to many. We invite the community members who are ready to show up and do the work, the action takers, I call them, and we invite them into one of two programs. And depending on how they show up to the event, what we find out about them, and where we're in alignment to, we decide which program's a fit for them. I'm not just trying to sell people into my highest level thing. And I'm sure all of you have bought high level programs that you weren't ready for. And it's not about not being ready internally. It's about like having the actual things in place to go get the best results in those programs. But anyway, so today we're going to focus on community and the free course. All right. So I want to talk about like what can happen when you start growing a community. A lot of you guys here watching probably already have communities. And if you're anything like the experience I've been witnessing, I just feel like I've been making a lot of posts about Facebook groups lately. And I'm not trying to bash. And I know that a platform is just a platform, but why not align to a platform that could really help you grow and stop spinning your wheels? My community is almost 8,000 people online now in one community. We have a bunch of them, but I've noticed the drop off and the distraction and all the things going on in there. And I wanted to change it. And I started about a year and a month ago. It's just going over a year now, merging my free communities over to a new platform. So people are like, oh, you're just on the hype. No, I've been on this platform. I've merged not only my free communities, but my paid programs, which was a big step. And I know a lot of you that are thinking about merging your communities from social media or Facebook or wherever you might host them now to a better place. There's going to be some obstacles, and I've gone through them and I could solve them and show you exactly what to do and how to do it effectively. So today I want to talk about what does it look like no matter what platform you're on, community. It's a great front end to attract ideal audience members. You could create a community experience that they'll never want to leave. Automate your onboarding process, collect hundreds of online reviews, testimonials, you're growing your list. You'll find out exactly what your audience needs most. Discover your marketing message and create your content from ascension into your higher level offers. There's probably a lot more. Let me know what ones you're thinking of in the comments below. Like, what are the hidden benefits from your community that maybe you didn't realize going into building a community? All right, so this is how it started. When we launched this in 2019, it was January 2019. Within the first 22 days in my community, we got 500 new members in it. 22 days in, 500 members. And this isn't about ads. I didn't have a list. I had nothing starting out. I got my first 1,000 members in 38 days, and within 59 days, we hit 2,000 members. And I'm going to share with you the exact strategy that I did that with that you could apply today. It's a timeless principle. And I went on to get the Dream Car Award, right? One of my first goals, quit my job, pay off my student loan, get the Dream Car Award. The loan came later, a few months after this, but I got the Dream Car. Out of those 2,000 people, a lot of them already were using the software that I was promoting, but 100 of them, plus probably more than that, didn't have it, and they signed up with it. End up getting the ClickFunnels Dream Car Award and got this nice new BMW. Big upgrade from my 2002 Acura that was breaking down every day. So the results, when I launched this about 2 months in, I just decided to give value. I had nothing really in my mind that I was an expert on. I just was serving, finding out what people were doing and going all in with them on the journey. And I gained some skill sets in those 7 years of failing forward. And then these 2 months of getting clear on what my audience could benefit from most. And I put out an offer 2 months in. So most people will start a community with this in mind, and that is to sell your programs. Can you just pause for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and save years of stress and headaches Most people won't because they want that instant win. You start selling people in your community as soon as they step foot into it. And I made that same mistake for 7 years, and that's why it never took off. But when I just said, hey, I'm going to show up and serve every day, I've created this curriculum, this course that I know I could sell, and I'm just going to give it away for free. And that's what I did for 2 months. I started getting um, some really great questions. Hold on, sorry, got a question here. Sorry. Yeah. Um, So what happened was I launched this curriculum and I made $27,000 in sales. I'm sorry, just commissions for my affiliate offer. So I put out that course and I wasn't selling any products at the time. I was just leading to the thing that I wanted to help people implement, which was ClickFunnels. So my affiliate spiked and then I launched a course, a paid version of that free course, and made $23,000 through Stripe. And I also made an additional $11,000 through PayPal. That's $85,000 in 2 months after starting. But look at these first few months. There was like almost nothing coming in, right? And I needed it more than ever. I was literally broke trying to figure out how I'm going to eat food that week. Just quit my job, had nothing coming in. But I paused and just wanted to serve the community. This later on led to me getting to the Two Comma Club Award and all the other goals that I set. And it really was like, if you think about the method, right, or the strategy, it was really about 5 day challenges, right? Started running my first 5 day challenges a few years ago. We've done 40 to date. We've got our 41st coming up, done $3.2 million in revenue. We worked with 782 clients, 1,000 to $50,000 products that we've sold. So we've given away free products, affiliate products, offers between 1,000 and 50,000, 17 free challenges and 23 paid challenges. And I don't want to, we're not going to stop this, but what I realized is we started teaching the methods and the strategies, just like many of you probably are as well. But when I realized, like, why do some people go on to run a multiple day virtual event or a 5 day challenge and smash it out of the park, and then others don't? Well, the realization is it's about what kind of community are you building inside of your events, inside of your programs. And that's what it's all about, is the community. So when I started looking about community, obviously, starting out, I didn't want to go and take on a cost or, in my mind at the time, it was a bill, and that's not the case. It's an investment in you. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a Facebook group. And back then it was a little bit different. But we create a Facebook group so we get people from our social to our profile into a Facebook community, growing our email list, get them to our free course on our call calendar. But there's a lot of problems in this. It's disconnected, it's disjointed. So if we have our community in a group and our course in another software and our call calendar on a Google Calendar or somebody somewhere else, or even worse, not existing at all, which I see a lot of people don't even have that. It was just disjointed. It was a lot, and it hurt show up rates, and the community was really struggling. I've noticed that people in the community were distracted on the platform, right? There's a lot of distractions on Facebook. You're being advertised to. There's big restrictions happening, right? We can't do the things that we used to do on Facebook. And some people say, well, you're not following the rules, but that's not the case. It's just as you grow, you're going to start having a lot of conversations happening. Even if you do, and you're doing all the right things, they're going to ban you or block you from sending messages. And it's just because it's like trying to get rewarded for what's working, and they're taking that away. So you guys have probably gone through that. Reach is dropping. Again, there's no course area. There's guides in communities, but it's not really organized that well. It's not designed. It's not their primary focus. Facebook's primary focus is to get you running ads and paying for that. It's difficult to navigate. There's low engagement, low show ups, low completions, and people are just tired, right? I see people merging to new community platforms left and right, and people say, "Oh, they'll always come back." I will promise you, I'm not going back. And even if things don't work out with Skool, there's always going to be softwares. Think about every big software out there in this space. What have they most recently added? Communities, Kajabi, ClickFunnels, Go High Level. You have Circle. There's Mighty Networks. What else? There's probably a bunch I'm not even thinking of. And Skool, what I love about Skool is its primary focus is one thing, and that's community. All right, so the benefits of having a community, to me, I believe it shows that you care. You care to show the value and provide value. You provide what they're at. You seek out what they need and help them support them in that. Increase problem solution brand awareness. It gets people to know, like, and trust you. grows your email list, bridges the gap, sends leads into customers, identifies the action takers, filters out tire kickers. It builds conviction in your offer, gets them results and clarity, and provides them social proof and testimony, and a bunch of other things. But you guys already know that. But I want to talk about what it looks like and what we're currently doing. This is our first free community that we built on Skool, and it's our six-figure challenge toolkit. As you can see here, you have the community. You have one tab over, you have the classroom curriculum. You have different things you could put in here to get people to your events or whatever the next steps are, and then into your offers. And not to mention, I didn't even show you guys the calendar, the members, the leaderboards. I'm sure a lot of you here that are using Skool already are familiar with that, but I've never seen engagement and people going through our curriculums and coming to the calls in the percentages that we're seeing right now. But growing your audience comes down to one thing, and it's growing that community is showing that you care. I think if there's an acronym that describes it best, it's this. And I love this quote: people don't care how much you know until they see how much you care, right? C is getting curious about your audience members. Before we launched this new community, I was real curious about this. So I started asking and talking about this, not only to my paying clients, but my audience members, and having conversations, sending out emails for asking for replies, have them do surveys. Hey, be authentic in your content and your conversations. The law of reciprocity, give value. And last but not least, enroll them into what's possible for them. So for me, I believe that everyone has what it takes to start their own community. I see this vision of what it can be. And I think there's a few things that could stop people. And I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you, because it stopped me for almost 7 years, 2012 to 2019. I knew I wanted to grow some kind of online community. Everyone said, you need a list, you got to grow an audience. And I never did that. 7 years wasted. But I want to show you how it took off in 2019 within 2 months. So community is key. Show them that you care. You got to get curious about them. You understand what they need and want most. You've been there. It gives them a lot of value, enrolls them into a bigger picture, and invite them into what is possible. All right, what is that next step to look like? What's it look like to work with you? And I want to show you, not only did this work back then, but it still works today. And when I think about what was the biggest differentiator, how did I grow my community to 2,000 members in 2019? Well, I went out and saw what everybody else was doing, saw what they were selling, and I said, you know what? People are selling this course for like 997, sometimes up to $5,000 for just a course. I'm going to go make a course that I believe I can at least present differently in my own way. And I'm not the smartest person in the world, so I think the way that I could present helps people understand it more, because I'm a very visual learner. I learn differently. I don't do well with tech and all that stuff. So I made it simple, launched this course, and I gave it away for free. And I said, I know I could go sell this because people are selling it for more, but I'm going to give it away for free to anyone who joins my community. And that's what I did for the Sales Funnel Mastery community when I first launched it back then. Created a course, served for a few months, and didn't give up on that, but I started introducing offers that I knew they wanted by asking them what they need most. Your free course, your free community will create a new problem for people, and you get to work with people that want to have it solved. Hey, Jer, I can't center it. I'm sorry. I'm getting a message from Jer. I'm looking at online. It looks fine. I know it's small on the screen, but that's the best I could do, I think. Let me just try. I could maybe do it like this, but is that better? I think that's the only thing I could do there. That's a little better. Let me try that.
Yeah, that looks a little better.
Okay, cool. All right. So not only did it work back then, I want to talk about like just this year. Russell Brunson was launching ClickFunnels 2.0. I got involved in that contest, and I said, well, Dean Graziosi's promoting this thing. You got some of the biggest internet marketers in the world promoting this thing. How do I get into the top 10? I want to be top 10 so I can go to that top 10 mastermind, earn that bonus check, and build some homes for families in need in Mexico. And I was committed to that. And I just followed what always works: community. Create some kind of community, get people in it, give them free value, help them with the actual offer that's being sold. In this case, ClickFunnels 2.0, the year-long package. And that's what I did. I served that community for an entire year after launching this. So did the same thing for Grant Cardone, right? Grant Cardone saw me finish number 3 on the 2.0 launch. His team reached out. I got involved. And this is even a bigger launch. I mean, we had celebrities promoting this thing. I was able to get 8th place on Cardone's leaderboard and go spend a weekend with him at his house in Golden Beach, north of Miami. And I did the same thing, created a community, provided value, solved the problems that people are going to face by going through this offer, and worked with them in a 12-week program in this case. So I created the next steps for them, just gave it away for free to help support the people that were taking them up on the offer in this. And I mean, for people that had millions of people on their list, millions of people on social media, I knew I had to do something different. So even if you don't have a huge following, you don't have big ad budgets, you don't need that. And then again, did the same thing for six-figure affiliate course. And that's just what continues to be the strategy here. Community is key. So we did it for everything I've done, free value upfront, value first, sales funnel mastery, our freedom funnel challenge, our free challenge toolkit, our free audience and offer toolkit. I'm not saying go to create a ton of free things. We've only had one free course for the last year, a year plus now. That's our six-figure challenge toolkit. One community, one course that gets people to our event. And if they love that event, they obviously want to go create their own system to run events. And we invite them into our full-time Freedom Academy. All right. So big picture, again, having community front end, your ascension, your core offer, no matter what it looks like, whatever your value ladder is, having a community component in there is really important. So we have our free course and community. There's training in there. We get them some results. They're going to want to ascend to the next steps. And I heard this quote recently. I loved it. It says, they will come for the information and stay and ascend because of the community. And I know this to be true because we tried to run a Facebook group as a front end for our six-figure challenge toolkit. And I'll just share some of the things about what happened next with that. But here's the process. You got to ask yourself, if you're looking to create a community or if you already have one, what's the vision of where you want to bring them to? Why are you doing this? And what's the outcome for them? So who are you helping? What is the problem you're helping them solve? What is your promise? What do they desire that you could help them get to? And what is your process to help them with that? And then go create the value offer based on that information. Provide value to nurture your leads into customers so you can go help them get better results. Provide value to your audience, right? Build, know, like, and trust. Grow your email list. Bridge the gap. Ascend leads into customers. Identify the action takers. Filter out the tire kickers. This is what's going to happen. People say, well, a free course is going to track a bunch of people that want freebies. Yeah, but the people that are actually showing up and going through and completing it, that's who you want to focus on. We had 3,000 people go through our six-figure challenge toolkit. 25% of them never even started, but we had over 50% finish it. That's unheard of for a free community and a free course. And there's some things that I've learned along the way to make that possible. And I want to share that with all of you in our new community that we've created here. So when it comes to naming your free community and your free course, you got to think about what are some of the things that people are looking for online? What are these key words your dream customer resonate with? What are the words that will attract your ideal customers? So you got to, number one, be clear on who it's for. Where are they now? Be clear on how it solves a problem for them. What's the outcome they can expect? Be clear on the outcome. What are they searching for? Be clear on keywords. And what will it do for them? Be specific as possible. And our first one that we ever put out there was Sales Funnel Mastery, 5 ways to monetize ClickFunnels was the tagline. So it's very clear. It's about sales funnels. It's about monetizing the platform. 5 ways to monetize, because I noticed that was a big gap, a big problem people faced. They were paying for ClickFunnels, but they didn't know how to go out and turn it into a business or utilize it for their business. We did the same thing for our six-figure challenge toolkit. If people are running online challenges and their goal is to hit 6 figures every time they run a challenge, they're going to understand what this means. So it's okay to have certain things in there that repel people that won't be a fit too. Naming your free course. But here's the old way. So as I mentioned, we had a Facebook group for this toolkit. So it was hosted on Kajabi. We're paying around $500 per month for Kajabi to host the classroom part of it, the course area. And then right down here, you would see that we had a link to come and join our community. And that community was a Facebook group. We had 207 people. Out of 3,000 people, 207 joined this community. That's like less than 10%. So that was the first problem. The second problem was that it was just disjointed. And this was as much energy as pouring into this community, try to get it active and try to get people to show up to our trainings and things like that, the reach was super low. And there's a lot of things that come into play here. But the worst part of this was that when they join our toolkit, obviously they're on our email list. We had over 1,200 people. That this is from our first attempt to merge this to Skool. At the time before we did that, we had 1,941 people go through our toolkit. 1,200 unsubscribed. That left 736 leads. More than 50% of the people were unsubscribing from our list. So now they're just in Kajabi going through our information, but we have no way to build community, no way to reach out to them, have communication, which is like defeating the purpose, right? So I wanted to solve that. So we said, let's get rid of the Facebook group. Let's bring it to Skool. And that's what we did. And we're continuing to run that even to this day. It's still running behind the scenes, but I have something new that I'm really excited about because there's a lot of people that just aren't ready to run a challenge. They're not ready to run a signature online event. And when people say that they're not ready to run an online event, I ask why. They're like, well, I don't really have an offer. I don't really have a community. I don't have an audience. So even if I did create an event, I don't even know what I would do during it or who would even be in the room. So to solve that problem, I really want to focus my attention towards community. So if you are resonating with that and you're saying, yeah, I want to grow my audience, I want to come up with a clear offer that could serve people, then this is the path. And I want to give you all the experience I've had, all the knowledge in the years that I've been doing this, and bringing in other experts to share as well. So we created a new community, and here's what it looks like. This is why I love this platform. So we have our community tab. One tab over, you have the classroom and curriculum. One tab over, you have your call calendar. Some of you guys probably came in because you're in this community, 250 people in so far since we launched it a few days ago. And you saw that this was on the calendar and you clicked it and you joined the Zoom room. And then the leaderboard, which you guys know I love gamification and incentivizing reward behavior we want to see more of. And this tool allows you to do it. So this is one of my favorite things. And we get to communicate with people here in that community. They come for the information, they stay for the community. I also have direct access through the Skool Messenger inbox, which is way less distracting and flooded than Facebook is. And I could send out messages and not have to worry about all the things you have to worry about on Facebook. So that's what we've built here. And now we have 6 communities on Skool. So for those of you saying, oh, this is just a fad, a trend, no, that is not the case. We've been here for over a year now, and we've merged all of our free communities and our 2 paid memberships onto Skool. So I want to talk about what can stop you when it comes to your launching your community or merging your community over, whatever it might look like for you. Maybe it's growing your community. So I asked my audience, what's the number one thing holding you back? And there's a lot of limiting beliefs because I've had them all too. Perfectionism, complexity. So I basically took the results of these and we just put this out. So there's not a ton of votes, but out of 18 of you, 8 people said that they're worried about paying for a software that costs $99 per month. And I totally get that. But in what world can you be in business for $99 per month? In the past, that would have been very difficult. You need a brick and mortar. You would need staff. You would need all these tools and softwares and all these things. Now, in this world, you could be in business for $99 per month. It's the only thing that you currently need. Sam Ovens made this to be very simple. So you can have a way to get people to a platform, use Skool payments to get them to pay for your memberships or whatever it is, buy your products, and you have your community, everything all in one. So if you're looking at this as a bill, think about this. Pull up your phone. Everyone has a phone probably within arm's reach, right? How much did you pay for that phone? Think about all the apps on there that you're paying for, those subscriptions. Think about all the things you might be paying for that you don't need that aren't actually helping you contribute to a successful life. I know when I do an audit every month, I got to reassess. Every month I do this. I'm like, oh, I sign up for these things. Those got to go. But the thing I would never cut out are the tools that run my business. In this case, one that costs $99 per month. So don't let that stop you. And if you're really concerned, yeah, maybe start a Facebook group. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to go up against a lot of things that are in the way right now, and it's going to be harder for you. So it doesn't have to be Skool, but I'd say invest in yourself into a software that you can grow your community on and keep it all in one. So the next thing is perfectionism. We're going to perfect, well, I need the perfect topic. I need the perfect time. I need the perfect name. I need to make sure my content's good. I got to become the expert. All these things are going to become next year. You're going to say, I'll do it next month. It's going to be a year or years out. And you're going to waste 7 or 8 years like I did starting to grow a community. So I just want to let you know that launch it imperfectly. Document the journey, speak your truth. You don't have to go out there and market yourself as an expert and just talk about marketing. Talk about your values, talk about your life, talk about the things that you're excited about for others and why you're doing what you do. Don't let it be perfect. Go and bring people in. Let the community become the experts. Like what we're doing with our new communities. I want to interview the best community builders on the internet and bring them into this community and get them teaching. All right, then complexity. I'm super guilty of this one. Just always making things more complex. I need a complicated funnel. I need all the softwares, all the things. I got to put content on every single platform. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple and ask yourself, what is the goal of why I'm doing this? Why do I want to grow this community? What's the vision? And when you just find out what people need most and you serve them, the revenue is going to come. Don't focus on that in the beginning. Some people say that's bad advice, but I believe that if you focus on the sales, it's going to ruin the whole container of the community. You're also going to be able to grow a ton of social proof. So just from our free communities, we have ways to have people write their wins every day, their testimonials, go and give us written reviews on what they're experiencing through our free content. So if you're starting out and you have, no social proof, testimonials, reviews, anything like that, this is a great way to start doing it. And you could link it to certain course modules and say, hey, pause here. If you love this free training, go over to this post and let me know what your biggest takeaway was. What's your biggest win so far? And get a community celebrating together. So 10 ways to create community. And this is something that we've always been focused on, but it makes it easier on Skool to do this is number one, welcome new community members, celebrate wins, recognize your top 10 leaderboards, which they could see right on the right-hand side every single day, but you go and find a way to incentivize them, which allows you to do unlock different modules, incentivize prizes, encourage engagement, keep open communication, personalize messages to think active members, give shout outs, provide feedback, and just be what you want to see. Reward what you want to see more of in your community. And if you're thinking about launching this, we are literally underway of a launch. So pay attention to what I'm posting, the emails I'm sending out, this live stream today. We're just getting a new promotion underway to enroll people into this new free community. And the cool thing is I really don't have like a course or a program on the back end of this. Of course, we all have offers. You have your own offers. But for the first time, I really want to build a community of community builders, a place community builders can come together and share what's working. So I'm dropping long posts in there as often as I can to share exactly what I'm doing and what I'm seeing so we could all be successful in this. And of course, people are asking what's in it for you in that case. Well, I do want to grow a community of builders to get to network and collaborate and bring the best of the best together. But of course, there's an affiliate commission play, right? If I'm using a tool that I love and I've used for over a year now, I waited a year to start talking about it because I want to make sure it was absolutely going to be something that's going to be real. There's good earning potential. I'm aligned to it, and it's going to be around long term. I've confirmed that that is the case. Alex Hermosi's on board. And I just figured there's no better time now because people are going to start looking to merge their communities over from other platforms and Facebook groups to Skool. And I want to be the person to help do it. And if people get value out of this community and we incentivize our affiliate link by unlocking some advanced trainings, and I'm going to give it away all for free, just sign up with our affiliate link, then that's really the goal on that side of things. But really, it's about community for me. It always has been. I'll show you really what this is leading to for me. And it's my highest value is not just to meet people online, but bring people together to actually build communities here in person. And when I say here, I mean 2 hours south of us down in Baja, Mexico. We're building homes for families in needs. We got this mission to build 100 homes. And who's going to come? I want all of you to come and join us. And a lot of the proceeds that you see coming in from the things I do go to building these 100 homes. And we're doing things inside of our memberships and getting people to contribute. And it's just been an amazing thing. I know it's just getting started. So I want to share with you guys the exact launch strategy. If you plan on starting a community, merging an existing community, or just starting launching, I want to give you guys the exact play-by-play and I've created this document, and I've given you pretty much everything you need. If you guys missed my live last week, last Friday, I went live and built out the community in less than 40 minutes for you and showed you how to set up. I followed that document. This is the second document that goes along with it, and this is the promotion. How did I go and get 250 people in without really talking about it too much? Like, we're just getting started. My goal is to get to 1,000 people in by the end of the month. And I want to give you guys the exact play-by-play to launch your own communities. So I'll give you guys the content. I'll give you the promotional schedule, and you can find it all here. Go to myfulltimefreedom.com/builder. It's free. It's going to redirect you to this Skool link. You're going to create a profile. It takes you 30 seconds to do, and you're going to just hit join. So let me just show you a little inside look to this. So right now it says we're live. So to the 256 members that are in this platform, they're seeing this. And when they click this, it pulls up our Zoom link. So you could join us on Tuesdays. We've got events going on, but this is such a cool feature. And there's other workarounds that I use this feature for that I'll share with you guys inside of the modules. But so far, we're off to a good start. I mean, 156, 256, 261 now. Someone just let some people in. And we encourage you to go through the steps, right? Here's step 1, step 2, step 3, and then we're welcoming new members. We got some powerhouses in here, and I know there's more to come. And that's really the goal, is to build the community here. You got the classroom that I'm working on right now. Module 1 is all about getting started, right? It's about what do you need to know to get the most out of this program, this free training. We're going to be talking about free communities, launching paid communities, next steps, advanced trainings. This is going to be something that goes a little bit more advanced right here, right? Things like your community management SOPs to get someone to come help you manage this for you, right? Part-time or volunteer from your community. Connecting Skool to your CRM, automated email marketing, automated onboarding, payment failures, collecting and following up, automatic offboarding, membership database. I want to share my entire membership database with you and how I manage that. Collecting data, support ticket help, get reviews, testimonials, member spotlight, search engine optimization. So there's a lot of cool things we're going to be doing here, and this is going to be all done this week. So far, we've got the first 2 modules complete. And this is another way, launch them perfectly. Let them watch you build it. I'm getting feedback from everybody to find out what do you want most in these modules, so I build it the right way the first time. Module 5 is advanced school hacks. We have membership growth strategies. Those of you who want to become an affiliate for Skool, I'm going to document exactly my plan to go get my first 1,000 affiliates for Skool. We're already bringing in, it's around, I think, like $2,000 a month passively through Skool right now without even really pushing this. So you could build up a passive income. And I think we've only got like 15 people signed up to Skool, and we've got another 11 free trials in the works. So I want to share with you how to go out there and do this for yourselves, how to tie this into your own memberships and programs. And then we're going to bring in guest experts. So if you're an expert watching this, you're a community builder, come and join the community for community builders, and we want to feature you. So we're really excited about this. The calendar, you saw the calendar. You can check out other members and what they're up to, who's online, where they're from, what they're doing. The leaderboard, we've already got people cruising up the leaderboard. You could unlock the modules, and you could even get a one-on-one audit, a community audit from me. So how you earn points here is by creating content inside of the classroom in the community. You get points for posting and when people engage with you and when you engage with others. So it really incentivizes that. And I think that's really one of the top things that are increasing more the things that we want as community owners and builders together, right? And then the about page, of course, you could set up your about page, but I'm going to show you guys how to do this step by step. I built out this entire community in under 40 minutes. I documented the entire process that you can find right here in module 2. If you go to this lesson, it's an hour and 14 minutes total, but in 40 minutes, I built out this exact community you're looking at. And I even give you the checklist, and I give you the guide to follow that you can actually make a copy of. So you could actually go through the checklist. It's going to tell you exactly step by step what to do. And then here's all the copy and everything you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to make it your own, but this is the exact blueprint that I followed when I set this up the other day. And you could do that very quickly. So I'm excited to work with all of you inside of this. If you are asking to join, we're going to get you inside here in just a moment. But I would love to take some time and find out what questions do you have about your existing community, growing a community, merging a community. If you have questions about Skool and what we're doing, I'll give everybody about 30 seconds to drop your number one question in the chat here on Zoom. If you're watching on social media, this is the time you could drop that in the comments. If you're watching the replay and you're watching this later, drop your number one question for me, and I'll come back later and answer them in the comments. Okay, I know somebody asked, can you have multiple communities on Skool? You can have multiple communities. What I love is a hybrid model. We're going to talk about hybrid models in our new course. And again, if you guys weren't clear, that entire course is free for you. Okay, just come on in. Hybrid would look like this. So you have a free community. What I like about Skool, excuse me, is that you can have a free community and you could lock certain course modules and you could lock certain calendar events and you could actually have a way to keep them all in one and get people to see what's locked up so they could buy your membership or buy your products. And you can have one community that's for your free and your paying members. So there's a lot of cool things you could do there. Okay. Anyone else on Zoom have questions? Feel free to raise your hand as well if you're here with us. I see a lot of faces, but you guys aren't, no one's typing. We could end this. I'm happy to end it, but I just want to make sure you guys are clear on anything that you have questions on. So drop your number one question. If not, we'll wrap up today. Okay. Anybody live got questions? Okay. There's no questions. We're going to drop the link here on the chat. If you're watching on social media, you can go to the link in the description above. Just go up there, click there, join. We're going to let everybody in today. So you come and join. We already have 261 people, and come explore it. If you're just curious about Skool, it's free to join and become a member of our community. You don't have to pay to be on the platform. You could just come and join, see what we're doing, watch us grow this community and the things that we're doing, and then take note and go through the curriculum. It's meant to go through very quickly. It's not going to take you a long time. It might look like a lot of lessons, but they're all like very short and to the point. Some of them are less than 1 minute. All right. And I'm excited to see, I didn't tell you guys this, but for the first 50 people that start their own community and you complete our curriculum, I'm rewarding you with a free community audit. So you could either work your way up the leaderboard to level 8, which might take you some time, or you just create your own community, because I reward the behavior I want to see more of, which is you guys creating your own communities and having success with it. I'm going to give the first 50 people audits of their community. Cool. That's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you for showing up. If you are joining the community, go and drop your questions when you're going to have questions, I promise you. When you're going to go through the classroom, you're going to create your own community. I want you to use the questions feature here. So that's what's cool here is you come up to the classroom and literally just go to the questions portion and drop your questions here. And I'm checking this every single day. And I can just go to the questions tab here and I could see what people are curious about. Some of you guys are asking about Skool and Zapier and some advanced trainings. We've got all of that covered in the curriculum. Cool. All right, everybody, that's all I got for you. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you inside of our new